screens. I gotta grab a few things real quick. We're gonna do a demonstration using, oh man, the Christie lw650. I want to use this today because I want to, actually tonight, because I'm going to show some demonstrations against certified screens or black technology. And even if you have a projector, especially for those of you who have churches, schools, places where you're going to be using these more high-powered projectors, that to show you that even at 6500 lumens, you're just not going to be able to achieve the picture quality that you think you're going to achieve because you're using a big, massive projector. I had several orders that went through the day for a few churches and some big backyard, actually outdoor events, which are in more warmer states because of COVID. People are now doing different parties and stuff, not parties and stuff, but more like bars are having little outdoor get-togethers where people are separated, but they're putting movie screens out there. And they want to be able to see the screens produce images out in fully lit environments, and they're using some pretty powerful projectors. So we have several certified screens we have up against the screen. And as I said before, when the summertime gets here, we're going to be doing some very serious demonstrations outside using different forms of projectors. We're going to be showing you light gray screen paints, and we're going to be buying quite a few of them side by side to our technology outside. And those demonstrations showing you where you're going to lose contrast, you're going to lose color. We're doing some white screens. We're going to do some elite, what do they call it? Screen by elite screen, yard master. We're going to get a couple of yard masters too. All right, so this is the projector we're going to use in the demonstration, the Monster. And let me go grab something real quick and get the battery pack in here so we can get this started. And just want to add real quick to a certain individual, cool it. Because keep in mind, my attorneys are watching your channel, so behave. Or you will get that letter in the mail, and you don't want that. So I've already given you a break on tampering with my registration copyrights. And I'm being very patient about this. So I'm asking you again, cool it. Or you're going to be contacted by one of the attorneys. An individual knows who I'm talking about. Some people never learn. All right, so let's move on from there because I got things to do. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have one of my associates send him a letter in the mail so he can understand how things and leave things alone. All right, so let's begin. I got to run my power supply real quick. Now, I'll explain that later on. I have people already know the situation. They've been contacting me back and forth about the individual, but just explain it to him again. Keep in mind, like I said, your channel is being monitored, all right? So keep it up. I'll follow through, and we'll follow the paperwork, and we'll get it going. All right? Okay. All right, so let's get this started to show you what we got against the screen right now. This is the 12. We're using a white sheet of paper. As I said before, we've done white sheet of paper. I got an elite screen downstairs that's white. It all blends in. It's all the same. There's no difference at all. We have the cinema gray right there, 5D. We have the dark star 9. This is a darker screen. We have the cinema gray. The cinema gray reminds me of a lot of light gray screen paints, and it does. It has that same color to it. We have the cinema gray 3D, and then we have the Parallax. Butcher there. Come there. Couldn't just say our company's name. I'll get it right. I had it right the first time. I just forgot it. I'm sorry. I do apologize. But we have their screen by daylight screens right there. So I like to do my demonstrations on certified screens. Now, what I find interesting, I told you that the 12 has to be, among hobbyists, one of the most hated screen paints. Loved by our customers, hated by, I wouldn't even call it competition. Not bragging, but I wouldn't call it competition. And you got to see the orders that we got in for the 12. Even I'm quite surprised on how many orders we got for the 12 these coming weeks. Good gracious, it's a lot. It's about 72 and 12s. But anyway, God's blessing, as I said before, it's his knowledge that he gives me to be able to do this. So, you know, can't take anything off my table. God has blessed me to have it. So anyway, one of the things I find interesting about when people do these demonstrations is the fact that all our demonstrations are done live. Everything we do is live, even testing, everything's done live. So there's no way, I can't snap the other hand, I'm trying to. We can fake a demonstration because it's virtually impossible. So I don't know how they're trying to perceive that all black screens behave the same way when they don't. That's like saying all cars drive the same way. All right, so let's power this baby up. I gotta get my panel today too. Let me order me a panel. There we go. Let's put the DC on. Oh, sorry, AC. Well, that's on DC on. Blow my stuff up. All right. Let's get the big boy fired up over here. Powering this thing up. I don't know if any of you guys go that far back. I don't think you remember R-Star Blazers. R-Star Blazers had the wave motion gun. They had this battleship it was Japanese anime, but they had this battleship that floated in outer space, and they had this powerful gun in the front called the wave motion gun that could literally obliterate a planet. This is, it kind of reminds me of. I think I hit my kill switches in the back too. Sometimes I haven't hit my kill switches on the back of these projectors. Let's see what we got going on back here. There we go. Kill switch is activated. There we go. Or deactivated. And let's fire her up. Now I gotta find the fire stick that goes to this one. And like I said, thanking customers, man, the exotics are doing quite well. I mean, we have a lot of orders for unicorn. I like the unicorn. They love it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Check downstairs and see if I have one up here. I don't know why. Let me see. Nope, that's remote control to the stereo system. That's remote control to the Sony. That goes to the computer. Goes to LED lights. What do we got going on over here? And then fire stick controllers over here. Nope, they all got to be downstairs. All of them are downstairs. That's definitely not it. There we go. Gotta start putting these things up. All right, so let me get my lens shift and spot in place. Over here. Ooh, yeah, not that bad. I hit this projector twice and still didn't get blinded to my lens shift. We're gonna go to lens shift. Let me see lens shift. All right, there's lens shift. All right, we're in there pretty good. Okay, cool. All right, that's lens shift running. Let's see, configure which one's which. I can't wait to get my Delta. I ordered my Delta 1300 generator. That's going to have more than enough power to run this thing. And then once my solar panels get in, I'm good. I'm really good. So there we are, we're running the system against 5 certified screens that are actually much lighter than my screen. As you can see, the white sheet of paper, and we're running a 6500 lumen projector, which shows you for people that are doing business with us on a larger level, like they're ordering like 8-9 gallons from us for churches and for big hall events and stuff like that. They're using these high-end projectors for those for their events. And keep in mind, even if you have a projector of this caliber, doesn't mean your screen's going to be able to show up. Let me shut this door right here. You would literally have to be in the dark in order for their screens to show up. Now first we start off with the color white. I need a bigger screen in here. I really do. I would like to get a curved screen in here, like a submerged curved screen here. I'll work on that later on. the color white. White's not even a color anymore, I say color. All right, so bring up the white levels first on the screen. Automatically, I already know what's going to happen. Switch out. Let's go to the color red. That's 6,500 lumens at 18 feet making contact with the screen. And that black screen is pulling up a brighter image than the certified projection screens. As you can see, the white sheet of paper, and this is usually when people have these projectors, they always have a white screen. The first thing I explained to them that you're not picking anything up with a white screen. Even at 6,500 lumens, you're not picking it up. And this is a top tier projector. These are Christie's, and you're not picking it up. The color blue. Now see, if a black screen, if our technology pulled an image too dark, you wouldn't be able to see anything at all. As a matter of fact, the screens that are lighter would pull up a higher image because they would be to produce a higher white light. The problem is when a screen produces a higher white light, it means the contrast suffers and the color suffers, which means the screen automatically fades and the image becomes washed out. This is why when you watch people do demonstrations on light gray screens, they never go near contrast levels because contrast levels would fade dramatically. Well, Amazon next time, it's got to learn to put a backlit. Now, see when the commercial pops up, see how the colors are fading automatically? There you go. And we're in the dark with 6,500 lumens, 18 feet, making contact to a black screen. As I said before, if the black screen did not have the capability of being able to pull white level, that means the image that it would be pulling would be so dark that the other screens would actually show a much brighter image. Some people feel if you have 6,500 lumens, and that's a lot of power for a projector to be able to put out, because you have your lights on, you're going to be able to still be able to produce deep dark colors. You can't see them. Even at 6,500 lumens, I don't care how bright, 10,000, 20,000, your level will always stay the same. Your colors will wash out, your contrast levels will not pull, because your screen does not have the ability to be able to pull those colors. That's why you have to go into calibrating and all the other nonsense that comes up with it. Let's go over to star field demonstration. Something that we've, like I said, they will not do star field demonstration regardless. Lights out, so you'll have a better chance of getting around the star field demonstration. That's what you get up close. From a distance, it looks like the screen's blending in, but when you get really close to it, you can see where the screen is really just coming up in shades of gray. That's what you're getting. You're not getting black. You're getting shades of gray. Ooh, this is making me dizzy. Really dizzy. These stars moving back and forth like that. So that's what you get when you turn the lights out. Because what they'll do is, like I said, some of the tricks that'll be done is they'll do a demonstration on the light gray screen paints or gray screens. And what they'll do is they'll turn the lights out and they won't show you up close. Up close, you won't be able to see it unless you have something darker laying against it. So if they took a black piece of fabric and they put it against your screen and they went up close on the screen, you would see where the dark piece of fabric would actually be showing a heavier contrast level and where the lighter screen would actually start to fail. That's something they won't show you. There's things that you're missing in demonstrations that you're supposed to be seeing. Okay. Let's see. Let's go over to orange screensaver. So let's pull orange. Let's pull up, let's see, what's this screensaver here? What's this right here? cool. Plenty of time. Good play. Let's bring up, let's see. Let's bring this up. So if I can't get a 6500 lumen Christie projector to pull up on these screens, what chance do you think you have of using a projector that's under this projector? It's just basically just show you exactly what you're missing from your screen. None of these are going to work. I mean, keep in mind, look at this. This is 6500 lumen, high-powered commercial projector. These are commercial projectors. If this thing cannot pull contrast on any one of these certified screens, not screen paint, certified screens, what chance does my Sony over here, 43, Sony 43, Sony 43. This is another projector at 6,000 lumens. And then we have over here my Christie projectors, 43, 43, 43. None of them are going to pull on that screen. Some people, and like I said, some people feel that the more higher the lumens you have, the better chance you have of pulling brighter colors, better contrast. No. LG, Beta Fish. This is not screen paint. This is, like I said, certified projecting screens that run anywhere from the cheapest one on here is around $800. The most expensive one on here is $5,000. And you have a 12 on here of a screen size of 135 inches that costs my customers $142 when these screens would easily cost you $800 all the way up to $5,000 just for a 100-inch. Now, without the Lord's blessing, that projector behind me would have cost me $4,600. That's just for the projector. And that lens right there, that short throw lens, would have cost me $12,000. It's a lot of money for a piece of equipment that's only 720p. So once you get a 4K Christie, 4K Christies are $80,000 to $100,000. Like I said, these are top tier projectors. Even down to the 720p's are crazy expensive. And there are companies that have projectors that are far more advanced than what I'm using right here. And that just shows it. If I can't get these screens to pull with that projector, anything below that's not going to pick up. Anything higher that's not going to pick up. Let's come out of here and let's grab this right here. That's why I show you shades of color first so you can see how the colors are going to fade automatically. You're going to pick white levels up, definitely, but everything else is just not going to be there. And this is why the 12 is considered to be one of the top sellers. It even sells higher than the Luminous, and the Luminous is darker than 12s. It has front and rear technology, and it's a 17, but the 12 always sells the highest. My screens and my technology, as God blessed me to be able to design, we test our products against certified projection screens, not other screen paints, certified screens, which speak high volumes. When you have a screen up there that costs my customers, like I said, for a 135 inch, $142, and there's a screen laying against it that would cost you $5,000 just for a 100 inch. So like I said, if the image was so dark, you wouldn't be able to see anything at all. That's why I find it interesting in other people's videos. It comes up dark where you can't see it, but in a live demonstration that we do, image comes up perfectly. That's why I like this room. There's a lot of light in this room. No colored walls. This is a really, really bright, bright room. I'll show you for those of you who want to see this up close. This my projector way back there. This is my screen right there. I see a lot of companies using white screens with these projectors, and like I said, they're not picking up nothing at all. Like I said, when I got a chance, I went over to, this is a long time ago before COVID hit, I was over in Target, and they had this 4K projector Optum up in the ceiling. They were showing display in this makeup aisle, and the image was just horrible, downright horrible, but that's acceptable to them. Like I said, when you watch my demonstrations, when I get up in the morning, what's the first thing I do? Open up my curtains. I'll let you see all that light coming and hit my screen. Don't have an expensive projector. I don't have a P2, don't have a P1, don't have a $3,000 projector sitting in the room. I have a $179 projector in that room, and I can open my curtains up and you can see that screen. All that light will hit that screen will still produce an image. An open door doesn't do it. See what we're coming in at.
Machine. Yeah, really good today.
Upgraded my phone. I actually updated my firmware today on my battery. That's what I love about this machine. You can actually go in with an app and update your firmware. Things say firmware. So when it comes to my black technology, I'm not afraid. You know me, I don't shy away from bright colors. I don't do that. But that's one of the things I noticed, that when I watch other products, even certified screens, they will stay away from certain videos that will cause their screen to flaw. You won't see contrast demonstrations. You won't see any star fields. You won't see any deep outer space displays. None of that, because their screen will flaw. They can't use it in fully lit environment. Especially, I have too much light in my environment for the screens to begin with, so they can't use it in that kind of environment. They have to stick to very bright, vivid colors because they have less of a chance of the image fading. And like I said, I find it interesting that, and these demonstrations, they'll have, and like I said, it doesn't have to be my product. There's other people who have black screens. I found 4 other companies that develop black screen paints. But like I said, to portray a black screen as being so dark you can't see it, shouldn't it be the other way around, knowing that I have light gray sample sheets against my screen, and my screen is producing a high enough white level where you can see the image crystal clear without it becoming so dark you can't see it. Isn't that interesting? That's why I said, at the end of the day, when God blesses you to have something, no matter what people try, either big companies, small companies, hobbyists try to do, you can't tear down my product, no matter how hard you try. It's not going anywhere. It's going to continue to be a top seller in our company. No matter how hard people try to take it down, the 12 will always be the best. Always. And the most affordable, giving my customers an amazing screen that they can use in a fully lit environment without the screen washing out and fading. Because I literally have more light in this room than most people have in their demonstrations. Now we're going to be designing an outdoor version. 12 is already outdoor. It is. It's an outdoor product, screen paint already from the door. But we're going to be working on some interesting, darker products for the summertime. And these are going to be products that are going to allow our customers to be able to take all white inflatable projection screens and turn them into OLED TVs. Can you imagine that, having an OLED TV projection, inflatable screen? So that's why I can't wait for the summertime to get here. There's going to be a lot of demonstrations we're going to be doing outside. I'm going to do some demonstrations inside, but most of my demonstrations are going to be done outside. That's where we get to play and others don't. Other people don't go out, and then companies. We got some companies, I've seen the screen like a Yard Master. I'm not trying to brag here, but a Yard Master going against a black screen, that's not going to go well. That's not going to go well. Any screen we throw against that technology is not going to go outside. Well, outside. If you've seen some of my demonstrations, as a matter of fact, if you go back and you check my my video that comes on, that shows off my company, the one video comes on, that's a Supreme 8 being painted on outside on a demonstration. So let's get some, the contrast, the screen's going to overwhelm. It's going to do great when it comes to contrast. Let's go in and let's grab some nice, beautiful, bright colors in there. That's what I want to do. Get some bright, beautiful colors in there. Start off on a little bit of contrast. And one thing I like about 12 can change to black, where these screens can't pick up. And then it can switch, boom, right over the color. That's why I tell you, contrast is key to everything. If your screen produces a, what do you call it? Like you see where our white levels come up. They call white levels come up much lower than these screens. But as you can see, the screen's bright enough to maintain an image where it doesn't come up so dark you can't see it, especially when you have another screen laying against it that's far lighter than my screen. But if you don't have contrast on your screen, if it doesn't have the capability, like I said, color and contrast, all that's going to wash out. Sure it does. It looks really bad. So now this is a one of the naysayers coming and saying the screen looks really, really bad. It's interesting because I'm using more light than I use in my environment than most people, and my screen's going against certified screens. And it's jet black. We're used to it. Me and the Lord are used to it. These are people that are really upset about what the technology can do. That's why it continues to sell. That's why this month I got 72 orders in black. And that's not including the platinums, the 12s, the black silvers. That was just 72 alone of just the 12s. We even had some customers that bought and came back and got more. Like I said, at the end of the table, no matter what people may say or do, God is always going to bless my hand, and my table is always going to stay filled with orders. Always. Because my technology comes from God. Let's see what we're coming at here.
Ooh, man, we're doing really good.
All right. Man. Now, like I said, I am going to do as my attorneys advised me to do, because like I said, if I do a side-by-side on that 17, it is going to be a nightmare for some people. It really is. You don't want to mess with that technology. It is very, very advanced. But like I said, I'm going to follow what they asked me to do. And like I said, if we do have a problem again, next time it will be addressed. So that'll be my last warning for the night for you know who. And once you do receive that letter in the mail, it will be a summons for court. Now, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about right now as I'm speaking, we had an individual who, and I hate to bring this up, but we have to bring it up. We had an individual who basically took an item of ours to a store and tried to have it made. What the individual didn't realize that the item's label has an official registered copyright attached to it, which is registered to the U.S. government. And that is also attached to our company's webpage. It's also the logo of my company, Crystal Edge, which is the logo you're seeing right there at the bottom. That is our logo. And when he basically did that, he slandered and what they call it, definition of characters over into things aligned with that. But the bottom line at the end of the day, I could have taken him to court or not even gotten a lawyer. I could have basically filed a complaint with the patent office or copyright office and had them step in and take care of it from there. And then my lawyers would have came in and basically filed another charge against them for whatever damages or whatever I felt that needed to be taken care of. At the end of the day, keep in mind that that particular copyright, which is registered, I went into gov.com. I brought up the information showing my registration number and where I filed it, my digital registration or whatever. And we gave this individual a chance to be able to get a clean slate and mind his own business. And he doesn't seem to be doing this now. So keep in mind that if we follow through on this, there is no way for this individual to get out of this because he recorded himself taking the item down to Home Depot and getting the product, trying to get the product made, flashing our logo without our permission. So that's kind of a hard to fight something like that. Extremely hard to fight something like that, especially when you're the one on the video, what they call self-snitching, showing off the item and slandering the product at the same time. So as I said before, when it comes to a copyright, understand that a copyright will last up to 72 years. It'll last to the extension of the person who put up the copyright, which means when I die, then the copyright will last another additional 72 years. And fines can go anywhere up to $250,000 to $500,000 with some jail time. So like I said, being extremely nice here and asking this person, mind your own business, or our attorneys will contact you. All right, so that's what that's about. I'm trying to be nice about this. All right, with that being said, I'm surprised this thing actually stayed on that long because usually my battery kills this day. Well, this projector kills my battery. This projector is like 400 or 550 watts. And good gracious, is it taking the abuse? All right, with that being said, I got some things to do. And I got to get ready for tomorrow. We got orders going out tomorrow. I got to get ready to get these tracking numbers set up. I got half of my supplies in right now. The other half are going to be coming in tomorrow. We have the canvas projection screen. We have the paint. We have some other projects we're working on. I got the free projectors that I'm giving out. 2 of them actually went today. Somebody came in. The laser projector is still there, but somebody came and got the other projector, the BenQ, so that's good. They got that for free. What else are we working on? We're going to do some mini portable projector theater setups too for those of you who may have like a balcony or something. You want to set up a nice little theater system out there. You want to pay a lot of money. I'm going to show you how to set up a nice little theater system. We're going to actually paint one of those projection screens that pull out like this. So we're going to do a couple of those. So, I have a lot of people, I have some friends over in New York City. And they have those balconies, and there's not a lot of room on the balcony. I mean, that's all they have. They don't have a backyard or none of that. They just have this balcony. So I'm going to be doing some portable projector setups with our screen paint and showing you how you can have a little mini theater out there for yourself on your balcony. So we're going to be doing a lot of cool ideas, stuff like that, to help people, get through the COVID, get through being inside, you know what I mean? So they can have something to give them some kind of I guess, stress-free zone, as you can call it, stress-free zone. That'd be kind of nice, That's why I give you all these links on places you can go and how you can utilize our product, and we test it first. So that way, if it's messed up and we mess it up, it's not your money coming out of it. So that's a good thing, ain't it? Take these down real quick. And we're going to do inflatable projection screens too. There are some inflatable screens that I have bought in the past. I will never ever buy again, or they didn't do well. My backyard is like a freaking wind tunnel back there because I have a bunch of trees back there and things get blown around quite a bit. And I've had a couple inflatable screens actually tilt over and just pull spikes up and just leave. But we're going to, I got a couple of them I have bought. They're very reasonable, not expensive, good size screens. We're going to blow a couple of those up in the backyard. We're going to paint them, stuff like that, and do some demonstrations off those. So we got a lot of stuff to do this summer, and we got stuff to do this winter. All right, people, with that being said, thank you all for your time. I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. I'm going to get out of here real quick because, like I said, I got a lot to do. I got a ton of labels to print out. And tomorrow, it's going to be a day of me basically putting labels on containers. Unless you want to watch that, I don't doubt you want to watch that. It's going to be like 72 containers hitting with labels. I don't think you want to watch that. It's going to be a long day. But other than that, it's amazing because God has always blessed me. And like I said, who knows? Tomorrow we'll have a new idea for me, or what might be working on next. Well, right now, all new ideas have to be put on hold. Like I said, I got to take care of my customers first. Once you guys are all taken care of, then we'll get you we'll get those orders out the door. Oh, somebody took a like from me. Keep in mind, I appreciate the likes, I really do, but I kind of, when I go on, I wouldn't really put them up there to tell you the truth, because when I go on, I disable the likes. All right, so just to let you know, I appreciate them, I really do, but I disable the likes. My YouTube channel is not for, it's for information. That's what it's for. So I didn't come on YouTube to be a big YouTube star. I didn't come on here to be and I'm going to put this out real quick. I didn't come out to get many followers and all this stuff. My channel is just for information. Just show you what I do every day, what I like to do, and I design to advertise for my company, and that's what it's for. You know, and you think about it, you know, I don't have like thousands and thousands of views. If I have 5 views, I'm happy. If I got 10 views, I'm happy. But the interesting thing about it, when I tell you how my Lord blesses my table, and people don't understand this, you can look at my videos and I'll have something like 100 views, but I'll always have like 60, 70 orders sitting on my table. Regardless of, it's only 2 people watch my videos. Regardless if I don't do any videos that month, my table still stays filled with orders because that's my Lord and Savior taking care of me at the end of the day. I don't have to come on here and do videos every day. I can take a month off and not do any videos at all, and my table will still become blessed. Because I put my faith in my Lord and Savior. There you go. All right, gotta go. God bless. Be safe out there.